our next example is going to be a little bit different. The person walking 50 meters to the north turns and walks 30 meters, 30 degrees southeast, and we want to know the distance and the displacement. But what's the sketch here? Like we can do with the other columns. It might look like this. Starts here, goes 50 meters to the north, and then goes 30 degrees south of east. So we have to draw in a little reference line going east. So he goes south of that 30 degrees. So something like this. The length of that is 30 meters, and this angle here is 30 degrees. Now, I can sketch in the result displacement. It's going to be right here. The problem is, it's a lot harder to find that now because we don't have a right triangle, so we can't use the Pythagorean theorem. We could use the formula of cosines, but we're going to find another way to do it. We're going to do it by doing a scale model. And in order to do a scale model, we have to figure out what our scale is going to be. Okay, because if I try to make 50 meters due north, even if I do 1 centimeter to meter, 50 centimeters is going to be way off the page. So I think a good scale might be that we'll say 1 centimeter is 5 meters. And 10 centimeters equals 50 meters. We have to draw that. So we're going to pick an origin. And since for my sketch, I know it starts way down on the left, you start way down on the left over here. You take the ruler, turn it so I can measure 10 centimeters straight up from there. So that's right here. And then I would use the edge of the ruler to draw a straight line going from the origin up to that point. And I might label that one 50 meters. And I might make a note that it's 10 centimeters long. Now the next one, it says 30 degrees south of east. So just like in my sketch, I'm going to draw a little reference line going east. I have to measure 30 degrees south of that. So I have my protractor. I'm going to take and I'm going to spin that all the way around because I have to go south. Put it in here. Okay, so now it's going right along that east. So I'm going to mark 30 degrees from there. So that's this inside line. 10, 20, 30 is right here. Get out of the way. And I have to use the ruler now to measure 30. So it's 1 to 5. So that's going to tell me that 6 centimeters would equal 30 meters. So I'm going to measure along that line 6 centimeters. So I'll take this and spin it around here. That's pretty good. So I'm going to measure out 6 centimeters. This way. And then I'm going to take and use my straight edge and make this better here. And again, I might label that as 30 degrees and 30 meters, which was 6 centimeters long. Now I can draw in the displacement. I'm going to draw it here. Okay. There is my displacement. I arrow it on it because it's effective. Now, in order to find out how long that is, since this is the scale, I can just measure it. So I can take my ruler, spin it around, and measure the length of that thing. And it is roughly 8.5 centimeters. So I'll make a note that is 8.5 centimeters. But we have to remember we're doing this scale. So when I was trying to make the diagram, I just divided by 5. Right? 30 meters was 6 centimeters long. Now, if I'm trying to find out what this 8.5 centimeters represents, I'm going to multiply it by 5 meters per centimeter. And then up with a value of 42.5. And if we look at it, it looks about right because it's not quite as long as the 50, but it's longer than the 30. Now I also have to tell an angle. And here's the starting point down here. So I'm going to draw a little reference line there. And it looks like he's weighing up north and east. So I can just use my protractor to measure it. So I'll pull this down here. I zero right along my reference line. And I get an angle, it looks like about 53 degrees. So that. Okay, so my answer is the displacement is 42.5 meters, and that's 53 degrees north east. Now, back at the beginning, we also wanted to find the distance. The distance is actually very easy. You just add it up. So the distance is going to be 50 meters first, and turn 30 meters. So that's going to be a distance of 80 meters.